all just sit quiet. Don't want to hurt anybody.
Yes, sir, I'm sure.
We'll wait. Yes, sir.
Either of you have pencil and paper?
What do you want pencil and paper for?
Notes. First person we see, we slip them a note.
I don't.
I don't think I have, honey.
You know, his gun shoots through cars.
It does. Killer, he'd slit your throat and smile.
I'd like the Children's General Hospital in Los Angeles, California, please. No, ma'am, I don't know the number.
What if there's no phone in the ladies' room?
That's when you crawl out the window.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I can't ring room 713.
Well, then, could I speak to the head nurse, please? Hello? Hello, is this the head nurse?
This is Marion Lamore. I'm the head day nurse.
This is Thomas Pryor's father. How is he?
Well, he's in critical condition, Mr. Pryor, but his pulse is stronger than it was yesterday, and that's a good sign.
Well, what's wrong with him?
He's lost a lot of blood, but we've replaced that. He's still very weak. We're mostly concerned about his head injury.
Well, what is it?
His head hit the windshield when the two cars collided. He's slightly lacerated, but he has a compound fracture of the skull with a resultant severe concussion. We may have to operate.
Is he awake?
No, Mr. Pryor, he hasn't regained consciousness.
That's bad.
Not necessarily. He could wake it at any moment.
Well,
Mr. Pryor?
yes, ma'am. Would you do something for me? Would you go to where he is and tell him something for me?
I told you, Mr. Pryor, he hasn't regained consciousness.
Well, I know, ma'am, but maybe he could hear you wherever he is. We Pryor's got good hearing. Would you tell him something for me?
All right.
Would you tell him that his daddy's in Texas? That he's coming to see him. Would you tell him that for me, ma'am?
All right, Mr. Pryor.
Thank you, Miss Lamore. I'll call back tonight. What time?
Minutes are up. Please signal when you're through.
Okay, don't have a dime. I'll call back tonight, Miss Lamore.
All right. Goodbye, Mr. Pryor.
Bye. Come on, let's go.
Inhalation therapist to ICU. Inhalation therapist to ICU.
Tommy, your daddy called.
You sure you don't want some?
No, thank you.
And, well, that's a story of my life, you might say. That's how I met JJ.
Wanda. Aye. In this sandstorm, something fierce?
The man I'm gonna marry. I've never been married before, you know.
Wanda. Miss Pryor, it's a little stuffy in here. Do you mind if I roll down my window?
Don't you touch that window. solved, didn't you? You were gonna make a signal, weren't you?
No, sir, I didn't. Matter of fact, I was just...
Shut up. I told you I wouldn't hurt you or Miss Dulac. You gave me your word. JJ, you're a liar.
Now, Mr. Pryor, he didn't mean anything by that, did you, honey? Anyway, we're going to get married just as soon as he gets a divorce, aren't we, honey?
Wanda, Mr. Pryor didn't want to hear about our personal life. Now shut your mouth.
But there's nothing wrong with saying that we're going to get married, is there, honey? Oh. That hurt. That really hurt. You never did that in front of anybody.
Pull over.
Sure will, Mr. Pryor. Sorry about that little incident, Mr. Pryor, but Wanda here's got a big mouth, and sometimes the only thing to do is just shut it.
Now you're not gonna do that anymore, are you?
No, sir.
Now go ahead.
Yes, sir. Hello? Anybody home?
Yes, sir.
We'd like 2 connecting rooms if you have them.
Oh, no, sir, I'm sorry.
No connecting rooms, old buddy. How about 2 next to each other?
Tell him I said okay.
He says okay.
This do you?
That's just fine. You paying for both?
Sure am. We take turns.
$17 and $18.
Oh, by the way, can you have food sent in?
Sure, you can just call Al's Barbecue.
Well, how do we get to our rooms?
Just back up and turn left.
Tell him to come on.
Come on. We're waiting.
Oh, yeah. Coming, old buddy, coming.
Tried to tip him.
What do you mean, Mr. Pryor? You said you were hungry.
Shut up. Well, you get to the rooms.
Yes, sir, sure will. Now, how should we do this, Mr. Pryor? I think...
You and Miss Dulac are gonna go to the door. You're gonna turn on the light. And you're gonna stay in my sight. You're gonna get out this side. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can I have another bottle of vodka?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Come on.
And now,
I can't watch all y'all night, so I'm gonna fix it so I don't have to watch any of you.
Mr. Pryor, please, I have a wife and 4 children. You...
Shut up.
I won't run away, Mr. Pryor.
Georgie, you're going with me.
Oh, thank you.
Miss Dulac, I don't like to embarrass you, but you're going to have to take off your clothes.
My clothes?
Pick up that bedspread, hold it in front of her. Go on.
Yes, sir.
JJ, straight up.
But...
Now! Fast.
Yes, sir.
We won't look.
Miss Dulac, you just throw your clothes over toward me.
Yes, Mr. Pryor. That's all, Mr. Pryor. Except my shoes.
Is it, Georgie?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Wrap yourself in that bedspread.
Mr. Pryor, could I please call my Aunt Sherry? She's gonna be worried to death.
Well, maybe after a while. Now pick up them clothes. I owe you $200. I'll pay you back if I live. I'll try not to hurt your car. Now, you got about 5 days to figure out what you're going to tell your wife and your friends back in Magnolia. How come you're naked in a motel room with your secretary? You call the police, and I'll see to it you make every headline between here and Miami. Go on, George. Miss Dulac, I apologize. I couldn't think of anything else.
Honey, don't feel so bad. I mean, we was going to a motel room anyway. Here. You want a drink?
What do we do?
I got to get some clothes.
And you need something to eat.
You hungry?
I know I'm not. I mean, I'm always hungry. I just snack all day. That's why I'm so, well, you know, fat.
Well, you don't look fat.
I don't? Well, I am, kind of.
Woman needs some meat in her bones.
Well, anyhow, we need to get you some clothes and something to eat.
All right, get that map out. We gotta get off this main line. Georgie,
Yes?
mark down I'm taking this transistor radio, will you? I'll sign it.